All the snow is about gone. It has been in the high 40s, low 50s for about a week now. Mud down there. There's mud everywhere. There's some piles still left to go. Today is like, right now, it's like 64, but it's supposed to be like 68 degrees today. Isn't that crazy? And it's in the high 40s, low 50s for the next week. That never happens in February. I'm usually plowing a ton of snow through February. But anyway, so a lot of you guys know I've been ordering parts like crazy all winter to prep for this upcoming season. One thing, let me see this. This is the kit. It's a weight kit. That plate looks just like that when I ordered a second plate just in case. But this is for the B19. That's the kit that mounts it to the back and the plate goes on to add a counterweight. It says you only need one. I didn't think that'd be enough, so I ordered an extra plate. Just in case. But that's to go on the B19. This mower, as you guys know, is what I ordered a lot of parts for. And I know I told you guys before in a video when I went and picked it up, this is the new deck. It's a 48-inch GHS deck, same exact thing as that one. But that's the new deck that I ordered. And $763 that deck costs, and that's all you get. Everything has to come off of that deck and go onto this deck. The gear boxes and gear drive, all that stuff is good on this deck, so I'm just transferring that over. But as far as everything else goes, all this stuff is all getting replaced. That one there, this cover is junk. I mean, it's good, but it just, you know, it's all scratched up. The sticker was missing from when I bought the mower. The pads are gone. I kind of half made my own, and you know, things like that. So I'll show you what I did. Here's parts I've been ordering. I ordered a whole new one of those to go on the new deck. New springs, and the covers for the springs. This is the new latch that holds the deck up. Does not come with the bolts or the nuts. You gotta put your own in, no big deal. I have 3 pins on there. I'm missing a 4th one, so I just have a regular pin in, so I ordered one of those. These are new bearings, new races, and new seals that go in the front of the carrier, right here. That go all inside there. Now, I've been telling you forever, these tires in the front are run flats. They're pretty new. But these forks, casters, are bent. They were like that from when I got it, so I have brand new ones of those. So those will be going on, and I figure since I'm doing it, I might as well replace all the bearings, races, seals, everything. Those springs and the covers are these springs right here, which they're probably fine. They really don't wear out from what I'm told, but they're cheap. They're not, I don't even remember. I can't even tell you exactly what I paid for all these parts. I know all those parts over there, whole thing was like 160 bucks for everything. That included shipping. So, and this is one of the pins. See, this one here just has a regular pin in it. So I ordered another one of them, so I had the right one. It's not as thick and it's a little bent, which is what happened. So that's why I ordered one of the other ones. But so everything pretty much is getting replaced on this, except for this guard here, which is almost like new. It's perfectly fine. But that chute has to come off. Those wheels have to come off, which are brand new. I just put those on there. This spring has to come off. So all this has come off. But this chute and this whole mechanism, that's all brand new. So that's coming off anyway to go on the new deck. And then the gearboxes and this piece here in the wheels. Other than that, everything on here is getting replaced. You'll notice the new deck already has the pads there and already has the pads on this piece. I think I told you guys before, I have another set of blades for the walker, but you got to have these cups that go onto the blades, and then this goes on to the deck. I ordered another set of those with the bolts and nuts that go with it. Toward the end of last season, in the fall, this thing kept getting louder, and I told you guys I got a used muffler from my dealer. He said it was still in really good shape. It lasted about 3 weeks, and that got really loud too. The one I took off, when you shake it, sounded like a bunch of busted glass inside. That's because the baffles had just rotted and fell apart. This one here, I think the same thing happened. So I got a brand new muffler that's going on it as well. So that's all stuff that I need to do to this. I figure since it's warm today, I'm gonna get a little bit of it done. I don't know if I'm gonna mess with that deck today. I may, but I'm at least gonna get the muffler done. That's quick and easy, doesn't take long. But I'm gonna do that and see where we go from here. I can't do a whole heck of a lot today because I have 2 sick kids home from school. Yeah, see, that's kind of hanging down because the screen isn't in there. I got all the screens out of it, the big one and the small one. The big one's actually back there, but see, this is what I had to have a bungee on because it flips up a little bit and the grass and stuff will blow at you. I never really had a problem with it with grass, only with doing leaves. These are shot here too, but those are cheap and simple to get. You can buy them right at value, so I wasn't about to order them online. So I will get those as well, and those will be replaced. But as far as the muffler goes, like I said, it's super easy to do. All you do is you pull this outer guard off, you pull them 2 screws out, and then there's a bolt there and one there, and this whole shield comes off, and then there's 4 bolts in there, and the whole muffler comes right off. What was I gonna say? It has brand new gaskets in it already from when I put this used one on a couple months ago. And see, that's all there is. Underneath here, them screws that go on, by the way, take a little 3/8. I think that's what that was. Yeah, it's a 3/8 nut on the bottom. Sometimes you gotta put a wrench under there. Like this one you'll see I didn't have to, but that one I had to put a wrench under there to get it off there. And then all these bolts that held this muffler cover on the heat shield are all 7/16, and then these ones, one on each side, that held this on were 10 mil. Now all there is that bolt, that one, and that one, and then this thing will come right off, and the gaskets are behind. Now you'll see this O2 sensor right there, and the wires cut off the back because I don't need any of that on there now, because this is no longer an EFI engine. It doesn't have all that crap on it. It's a strictly carbureted engine. Those of you that have been following me, you should already know this, that this was converted over. That's why the machine has, I believe, 2354 is the hours on this thing, but the engine has like 110 hours on it. So I mean, those of you who don't know, go back, and I'm not going to go through the whole thing. Go back through the videos. You'll see almost everything is brand new, and now I'm changing a few things that aren't brand new. That's all going to be as well. But anyway, so I don't need that. So the new one doesn't have it. There's 2 different model numbers for the muffler that goes on this thing. One of them has the O2 sensor, the other one doesn't. not really much of a difference in price if you were to buy it. I don't remember exactly what it was, but not a big deal. Anyway, so I'm going to take those off and get this part done. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's one of the baffles shot in there. Now, it's not nearly as bad as the last one I took off there, but it's not great either. So let's put the new one on. That last one, they don't make it as easy to get into. And I've used a swivel, but I don't really like how it works. Look, it's starting to rain. It's been raining on and off all day. I was going to see how much this I can get done before it really rains, but I don't know. I'm going to throw this back on real quick. Well, I was going to throw the camera on to show you guys, but I forgot. Anyway, this sounds quieter. I back that in. I have to control these right here. Is it that one? No, it's these ones, I think. I have to hit those control adjustments because when I have it all the way back in neutral, it's still rolling forward. But that's no big deal. You adjust those and it'll slowly stop creeping forward. That's also how you adjust if it's going left or right. But anyway, so it's time to start disassembling this. That one's out there getting a nice bath out in the rain, but what are you gonna do? It's only rain, and it ain't the first time, or it ain't gonna be the last time it gets wet. So anyway, time to start taking all this stuff off here. I don't really know how much of this I'm going to film. I don't even know how much I'm going to do today since I really wasn't planning on doing it. But look at the mess in here. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Guess what I forgot to do? Take the blades off. I should have done that while it's still connected and the deck was up. It'd be so much easier. But now I'm just going to flip the whole thing over, I guess, and take them off. Two little 7/16 bolts, and it has the spring that connects there and onto here, which is no big deal. You just take that off as well. It just got to bend around, play with it a little bit. Now take these wheels off. This has a bolt
I don't know why. Somebody put a bolt on there. I'm guessing this is what it's supposed to be though. It's like an Allen key and just screws through, and it has no nut on that side, and it still moves freely. So there's kind of like guide wheels. So I'm gonna take them off. Now if I remember correctly, yep, these are 9/16. There's one there, there, and there. And then one there and the other side for both of those. That's it. You undo them 4 bolts and that whole unit comes right off there. Nice and simple. I don't really know what side to put you on. I'll put you right here. I don't really know how much you're going to see either, but...
Much it. The deck is stripped. Everything's right here that I need for the other one, and then all the new parts are there. And that's it. She's just scrap metal now. Now I know some of you say, why don't you just weld some plates in there, fix it, and keep it for backup? No. If I need anything to do with this deck again, I will or if I need any parts or anything, I'll just order new ones. It's not worth it to me to just fab stuff up like this. I mean, you guys don't see, look, you can see a crack right through. That's the inside sheet. I can see light right through there. It's, to me, you know, I bought that one. That one's gonna last a long time. I mean, this machine's a 2007 and the deck's just getting replaced now. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10 years, roughly. 11 years? Oh, something like that. 10, 11 seasons on this deck. 2,300 hours on that deck. And it's getting replaced. And it still worked, you know, still works pretty damn good. It's just not as good as I want. So, technically I could run another season if I wanted, but... So, 763 bucks. I get 10 years out of that, and I'll buy another one. Alright, so there it is. Believe it or not, the hardest part were these springs. The way those go together are funky. I was going to film it for you, but... Ugh, I didn't. Okay, so anyway, there's a nice new shiny deck. There's the old one. This is hold on. And there it is from the top side. So that's new. I got the other new one on. There it is right there. It's kind of like a gold color. So they all match now. This is all new. That piece is new. There's the new springs with the new covers on it. The only thing I didn't do is these casters yet. All the parts are still there. I still got to do those. The carrier frame's dirty, greasy. Look at my hands. I mean, what are you going to do, right? But anyway, that new deck now, it looks like it's sitting a little crooked, but my garage is sloped. So, it's really not nearly as off as it looks like it is, but it's off a little because I think the carrier frame is bent, because when I went to set it down on the post, a new deck, I got that back one, front one on, and then that one was off by like 1/8 of an inch. I had to push in on the side to get it to drop down over the post. But a couple things I noticed, okay, with this new one, or with this one, when I put the springs on, I had to like jack up the back of the deck to get it to even hook. With the seat flipped forward to get the connection to hook up there, those springs are stiff. I mean, they're expected to be, they're brand new, but everyone told me those don't wear out, don't ever worry about them. Well, these go on no problem. I can put that whole thing on with one hand. These, I had to jack up the back of the deck and then kind of pry that part up to stick it back in there where the springs connect. And the deck is definitely sitting a lot higher in the back than it used to. Another thing, when I pull the 2 pins out and flip the deck up and I raise it up, the deck is kind of like wobbly. When I have it up and like connected, mounted, it kind of like it's floating up there. The other deck, when I'd raise it up, it would sit on those back 2 caster wheels, which would tell me it was allowing it to sit lower. So that was definitely a difference. What else? There was something else I was going to tell you about. And I know this was definitely different when I put this deck on. Oh, the baffle tube that goes up to the blower, the plastic tube. When I put that on and fold it down, I notice it comes right over top. Like, it sits right over. This would be the bottom of the deck. Okay, that's the top, if you can kind of understand this. When that thing flips down, so it's closed, so the grass will come through and go into the blower, it sits down over top of this right here. Whereas when it hit this one, it pretty much just came to the edge of it. Now, if you guys remember, I replaced this piece of steel because the other one was shot, but I put it back on at the same degree the other one was on, and maybe it just wasn't pitched enough, I guess, because that one there is definitely at more of an angle on the new deck. So that'll make a big difference in the way it cuts and vacuums as well. So anyway, I think I'm going to save all that for another day. I'm not going to do that today. I got other stuff that I need to do, but I'm glad I got all that done. That definitely takes a lot off my plate, because I need to replace the hydro motor on the Great Dane, which I ordered that. I've had that since October, and I had to do this. I had to do the muffler, all the deck. I still have to do these. Like I said, it's all there, which you guys will see. And then I still have oil changes in all the mowers, all that stuff. So still a lot to do to get ready for the season, but one thing out of the way. Thanks for watching, guys. I know this was kind of an oddball video, but hey, everything's a work in progress.